from the Blackfeet Community College team. So I would like to thank you all for coming back and joining us for the Blackfeet Community College session. And I pass it over to Allie Smith, who is our site host and facilitator for their team today. So Allie, I pass it over to you. I'd ask you guys as we start, if you would all take a minute to just unmute. Big round of applause for Blackfeet Community College for taking the time to share with us today.
And thank you to all the presenters. We're really excited to hear an overview of our programs and what BCC has to offer. Oki, Sunny Dappy, the student Adanago, Allie Smith. I'm Scoppy Bacunny. My name is Allie Smith. Thank you all for being here. I'm from Blackfeet Community College. I'm the admissions technician here and the tribal chair host of the Tribal College Circuit Fair. So I'm really excited to have everyone in our BCC overview and virtual college gathering. So these events are really special to tribal colleges, especially BCC, because we really have a lot to share that are really great things that are happening within BCC. And we will hear more about that. But to get started, I do want to turn it over to our president of Blackfeet Community College, Dr. Carla Bird.
Good morning, or should I say good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the ability to be here and present and share some opportunities that BCC is offering to our community and to our students. So we have a wonderful list of opportunities and advantages that our students and community can, take advantage of. And one of those opportunities is dual enrollment. And so if you're a high school student or you work with high school students and they want to do a jump start on their higher educational career, they certainly can do that at BCC. And our tuition for dual enrollment is really quite cheap. It's $25 per credit. So they could get a huge advantage while they're in high school if they're at least 16 years old. And so right now we do have a partnership with Browning Public Schools, Hart Butte Public Schools, and we're now embarking on a potential partnership with Two Eagle River School on dual enrollment. So know that there's lots of opportunities to jumpstart your higher educational career. Additionally, we have some high set opportunities. So if you are someone wants to study for their high set and maybe they need a brush up on the academic program and skills, we offer a 6-week kind of crash course to help our students prepare for the high set exam. And as our students prepare, we really treat them like a college student. So they're able to come on campus, come to class, use all of our facilities, all of our services on campus, because we certainly want them to become a future college student. The other thing that we offer is we offer a ton of tuition waivers. So if you're a high school student, know a high school student, and you come to Blackfeet Community College your first semester, it'll be tuition free. So you're saving a significant amount of money, literally thousands of dollars, where you can knock out maybe 12 to 18 credits in addition to your dual enrollment credits. So you can certainly get a huge head start on your higher educational career pathway. We offer some really cool incentives as well. So we also offer employee tuition waivers. So when we recruit our employees, we want to make sure that BCC is supporting their educational goals. And so we offer an employee tuition waiver so that our employees, when they come here, they could continue their own educational career goals. And so they're able to we provide them administrative leave so that, let's say you're working as an assistant. Well, you can take time off. The college will support your time off to attend class. So know that we offer those incentives. We're always looking to expand our employee work base here. So always looking for new help, talent, and skills at BCC. The other thing we offer is our elder tuition waiver. So we believe that education is a lifelong learning process, and our elders, if they choose to come here at BCC and they're over the age of 60, we want to support that. So we do have the elder tuition waiver. We also have the student senate tuition waiver. So this has been fairly new, but we want to encourage when our students come here that they're engaged and they're developing leadership skills. So if you secure a seat with the Student Senate, you will be offered that tuition waiver. And then the last piece here is, and this is new as well, so we really understand that our language and culture is really a critical piece right now in regards to revitalization and preservation. And it's really the core of our college, the core of our identity. And so we want to encourage our students and our community members to partake in learning the language as part of those preservation efforts. And so what our Board of Trustees has approved is that all of our beginning language classes, whether it's beginning, intermediate, or advanced, will be tuition free starting fall 2022. So if you are someone you know, or maybe you're working with students or interested in learning the language, they can literally come here starting fall semester, enroll, and take those classes online. So if you follow our website, our Blackfeet Community College Facebook page, we'll be posting our summer schedule, we'll be posting our fall schedule. So if you're specifically interested in a language, we want to support those efforts. And then the last piece here is we are hosting a Blackfoot research conference. And so we really want to highlight and celebrate educational sovereignty, research sovereignty through a Blackfoot lens. And so we have a call out for proposals right now. And so if you have done research to advance the Blackfoot people, or you have done research on Indigenous paradigms, we encourage you to submit a proposal to present. We also encourage you to come and attend as a participant. And the conference is free. We've had some wonderful donors that have donated some money to make the conference free. So please consider either being a presenter, a participant, a vendor, a volunteer. All the proposals are due May 1st, and so you have 5 days to get registered. If you're interested, you can go to our Blackfeet Community College website and register. And so I'll put the link into the chat box here. But thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Bird. Thank you so much. A part of Blackfeet Community College's mission is to really share the universal language and culture within BCC. And with the research conference and everything Dr. Bird has done for community college really does and highlight that in our vision and mission. So I just wanted to share that. So it is our vision of Blackfeet Community College to strengthen and enrich our community through quality education, integrating the Nisitsippi world of knowledge. And the purpose of Blackfeet Community College is to provide the Blackfeet Nation and our universal community access to quality education programs that prepare students for achievement in higher education, as well as meaningful employment, basic skills instruction, and community education, while integrating the Blackfeet culture and language. And today you'll hear from a student that has a really wonderful perspective on how he has kind of seen that throughout his time of being a student and a community member. And so I just wanted to echo that. And thank you so much, Dr. Bird, for everything you've done thus far and everything you'll continue to do. So I do want to, again, welcome you all. You're definitely more than welcome to leave on your video, to pop in a question if you have anything in the chat. We'd be able to answer that live. We do have a series of presenters that are our division chairs from Blackfeet Community College. And so I would like to welcome Iva Croft. She is our Liberal Studies and General Core Division Chair for BCC.
Okay, Nexacoax. Itomexisico. I am very happy to be a presenter during this particular time for you. And I'm very happy to see all the people that have joined in on this. I actually had a recording that I presented last time that this was hosted. And I just want to thank Allie for all of her hard work in putting this together. And again, welcome to this event hosted by Blackfeet Community College. I am the division chair for liberal studies, and I also oversee the general education core requirements. So I advise students, helping them accomplish their first 31 credits in the general education core requirements. And those are automatically transferred to any, those do automatically transfer upon completion and passing with a C or better in the core courses. And my common areas have been, I've taught Writing 101, but since I've become a division chair, I no longer teach Writing 101. I have taught public speaking. In addition, I've taught history of Piikani and the first year seminar class, beginning Piikani language, and other 200 level courses, but those are not part of the general core. We pride ourselves on being able to advise approximately 45 to 50 students per semester, and I'm completing my 6th year here of teaching and advising, and I'm a 2011 graduate from Blackfeet Community College. What we enjoy is seeing students and being kind of like what would we consider the home room for them, especially if they're unsure what it is that they want to pursue with regards to their higher education. So we get to take a little bit more time with students and interview them during advising and registration week and help them find their place, and more so try to get them in at the point where if they decide that they want to transfer at the end of 1 year, that they will have completed that first 30 to 31 credits in the general education requirements. The Liberal Studies Department focuses more on literature and English. And we also have a component within liberal studies that is the USDA equity cohort. And that is probably what the focus is on small courses and getting students to take 15 credits each semester and then finishing their general education requirements at the end of one academic year. And that is primarily for students who are fresh out of high school, but it's limited to 14 to 15 students in the cohort group. But it is not uncommon to have 1 or 2 non-traditional students who have never gone to college in their life participate in that group. And hopefully that help the students benefit actually from having an older student. We find that older students have a way of kind of like cheering the group on towards success. So the equity cohort has really been a very successful component of liberal studies. And we also have 3 full-time faculty and then myself as a part-time faculty administrator. And we look forward to anybody that you want to get into contact with us that would like to visit with us about the equity cohort or just pursuing their education in the general education requirements first. We work really hard to screen students with regards to their writing level and their reading level. So sometimes we have to put students into what we consider a developmental course, and sometimes that is used as a prerequisite. We do have one student that used it as a co-requisite this semester, and she felt that she was very successful, and her writing instructor also felt that having that as a co-requisite was very beneficial to her as well. So we try really hard to meet students where they are. We listen to what students tell us at the end of the semesters and what they think would have helped them a little more or what might benefit students in the future. And we use that as our division data to consider other areas that we might want to consider as student support services for academic credit, or to help them become more successful students here at BCC and upon the time that they choose to transfer. Any questions? Oh, okay, so Jonathan Breaker said that he heard there are Blackfeet language classes online, and I am no longer the division chair for the Cunning Studies department, but I'm sure that I'm more than happy to comment on that, because I do have a couple of advisees who take the online course with the instructor. He's an adjunct faculty member, Natusi Fish, and they really enjoy the class with him. And he's also an online history of Pikani PKNI 129 instructor. So he and I have worked together to help put together some additional items to his curriculum. And I actually spoke with a student at the library a couple of weeks ago who was in class at the time, and she told me that she was really enjoying the class with him. So those two online components I know are very popular, and my own students have reported back that they are thoroughly enjoying them. So if there aren't any questions, I will turn it over to Ali to introduce the next speaker. Thank you.
Ivette, looks like you have a question on the equity cohort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, could you elaborate a little more on the equity cohort in detail a little bit?
Sure, I'm sorry that I overlooked that. So the equity cohort, like I said, is for students that are fresh out of high school. And it's an opportunity for them to, again, they all stay in the same classroom together. So like I said, as a cohort, as a team, they actually go through a variety of the general education core classes in a block offering. So some of the students will be there, the cohort students will be there from 10 to 1 every day. And what they do is they take the public speaking course, Writing 101, and they also take History of Pikani. And those are the courses that they take within the equity group. Then they also take a math class outside of that. So they will maybe take a math class in the morning, or they will take a math class in the afternoon in one of the other buildings. They will also take, in the spring, they take 9 credits that are offered through equity. So this semester, I am actually the beginning Pikani language for the equity cohort, and I teach that. And Sky Gillum, who is the faculty member for the equity students, is teaching the science with the lab. And the science with the lab is actually for 4 credits. And then additionally, it has an experiential learning component. And this Friday, we're taking students to MSU Northern for a campus tour, and we incorporate other hands-on activities. We were going to recover our powwow drum here, but I was not able to make that happen with the students because a few of them got the flu or strep throat or had their wisdom teeth pulled all in the same week. So it didn't pan out, but that's something that we're going to try to do at the end of the semester, because I need extra hands. That's a pretty large surface to stretch the buffalo hide over. And so it's really a form of helping students discover themselves together as a peer support group. And then they have study groups, and they have their own, like, it's kind of like easing them away from high school and into college. So they also have like study time that is incorporated into their time in the classroom in the block schedule of courses. So they are taking a full 15 credit course load each semester, and it starts with the fall semester. But we have had students that have transitioned, and it's rare, but we have had students that have transitioned basically because of their needs at home. And so they have transitioned into the equity cohort in the spring. And it's always worth, asking about, if even if you aren't a student that has just graduated from high school.
Thank you so much, Iva.
You bet. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so I would like to present Elaine Littleprom. She is our Student Success Director. Welcome, Elaine.
Okay, new student Chronicle. My name is Elaine Littleplume. I'm the Student Services Director. I'm also an alumni of BCC. We have, our student success does a lot, for students, and we have the student food pantry that's open Monday through Friday from 10 to 4. We also have the workout room. Right now we have a student worker that goes in then, kind of watches the facility. We got the learning center. We have tutors that we, for math, science, reading, and there's also 5 in our department. Some of the activities that we do with the students is we had a distress day, and that was just kind of before the finals. So we had like haircuts for students, manicures, we had tarot card readings, and we also had, just, food set out for them. They can come over and just relax. We also, for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, we gave out 10 baskets to students and their families. We have the Christmas activities. We had Santa pictures. We had a Valentine's Day. We did a little activity there. We also had a chili cook-off, which was really fun. We have, and also for some of our activities, we have, we did ribbon skirt making and baby moccasins that we made. So coming up, we still have shawl making and a belt making one. And then next week we're having spring fling, which we'll have a 3-on-3 basketball, because on the reservation, ball is life here. We'll have a boot race, a high heel race, a stick game tournament, and a 3-legged race. Also for our workshops, we've also had financial literacy. We had a scholarship day, soft skills workshop, a job readiness workshop, wise choices for college, healthy Montana colleges, where we're going to have like a fun, I think it's a fun run that we're going to be having here pretty soon. And also, we also have student incentive drawings, for students that have, the good grades, the attendance. We have drawings for them. We have like a cooker, swimming pool passes. There's just kind of a number of things that we have did for students. Helping students transfer to other colleges. They can come in and visit, our open door policy. Let's see. We, do a whole lot. We're just kind of all over on our campus. But other than that, we're still plugging along, trying to, with the pandemic, coming out of the pandemic, and the reservation just opened up not too long ago. So we're still trying to find the normal of it all. So is there any questions? I know I kind of did this fast because I got a personal thing that I gotta go to here pretty soon. So does
I always
anybody have any
tell
questions?
Elaine how family oriented it is there. There's always spam cooking or some type of food.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's really just a welcoming environment there. We have a learning center with computers and a little kitchen, and so it's just really welcoming there for our students to come in and be a part of that. But we do have two ladies I'd like to really thank, Helen Horn and Gayleen Ducharme. If you do have questions, they are in the chat box answering them. And because we do have our nursing, education, math and science, human services, and Cunning Studies division chairs to hear from. So without further ado, we'll start with our nursing program director, Julie Lindsay. Thank you.
Julie, you're on mute.
All right, now we're ready. I apologize. So the Bachelor of Science in Nursing is a 4-year program. We are very excited about it. We just started it this fall. We got approval last year from the Board of Nursing and from Northwest Accreditation over the summer to approve it. So basically you will do your 2 years of prerequisites. It's like 60 hours. You can do them here at BCC, or if you're transferring in from another university or another college that may be closer to home, they can be done, but it's 60 hours. So it's math and science. It is anatomy, physiology, writing, math and statistics. And then after you've completed your 60 hours of prerequisites, then you are able to apply for the nursing program. And you can apply for the nursing program in the spring of your second year. But we're very, very excited about the program. And I think a lot of our clinical partners are very excited. With the hospitals going to something called magnet status, it means excellence in nursing. They're looking to empower nurses to have more control in what's going on in the clinical setting. And so a bachelor's degree is, they're seeking to have at least 80% of their employees have a bachelor's degree in nursing. We have an amazing simulation lab where you can practice things in a safe environment, where you practice giving medications, you practice doing shots, you practice giving IV insertions and other tasks that sometimes we have to do as nurses, but you do it in a safe environment. You practice communicating so that you can do it safely with role playing with each other or with the mannequin or a standardized patient, so that once you go out and you're actually physically working with patients in clinical, you're much more comfortable and you feel much more at ease. Our program is a hybrid program, meaning that it is taught online and in person, especially for the labs. We are looking to reinstate a mentoring program that we had had previously, where the senior students will help mentor the junior students, because honestly, with nursing, the best person to get mentor from is somebody who understands your program and what you're going through. So I will tell you that it's a very rigorous program. We expect you, for every credit hour you take, to devote 3 hours of time to study, because it's intent. And when you go out, you will be saving people's lives and you will be making a huge difference. With our clinicals, we're looking at places such as, we've gone to Warm Springs and Anaconda for mental health. Kalispell, we're looking at Great Falls and other places too, including IHS on the reservation and some of the local area hospitals too, in Cut Bank and Shelby, and hopefully in Valier. But we are very excited. I have been a nurse my whole life. I have not done anything else. I've been a nurse since I was 20. I've been a pediatric nurse since I was 20. And I could not imagine doing anything different. I feel very blessed to have done my career and my job. And it's time for us to train the next generation of nurses to take care of people. So do you guys have any questions? I was trying to make it for the time I was muted.
Thank you so much, Julie. This is an exciting moment for Blackfeet Community College, offering our first Bachelor's of Science degree. Thank you, Judy, for bringing us into the forefront and launching that program. We really appreciate it, and it will be beneficial for our community and our students.
Yes. And can I say one more thing, Allie? I would just like to thank Dr. Bird and the other division chairs who were very supportive with helping us design our prerequisites and our curriculum. So it was really a community endeavor.
Yes, we have a great team here at BCC. Thank you, Julie, for that.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to go over to our education division. So I'd like to introduce Dee Hoyt.
Hi, Ellie. Can I share my screen for if not, that's fine too. It's just a short presentation, but.
I just
Yeah,
made
now you will be able to.
Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Just Dee, please.
Nope. Okay, well, I guess I can't, but,
We can see it.
oh, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why I can't. Wait, now, hold on. Okay, so can you guys still see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oki Nadanaku Sinapaki, Foxwoman. I received it when I multitask, so I'm multitasking here. I just want to, I've been at the college for about 21 years, and I just want to introduce you to my staff. This is our staff. The education department has two AS degree programs, early childhood and elementary ed. And we are actually tied with the University of Western for our 2+2 program, more or less like a 3+1 program, where our students never have to leave, and they are able to get their 300 and 400 level classes here in elementary ed, post-bac, secondary ed, and P3 in early childhood. So I have about, right now we graduated 70 students in our 2+2 program. Some of them actually graduate with their AA at the same time they graduate with their 4-year degree. And so it's been working out. We actually teamed up with Little Bighorn last year and was able to help some of their Native students join our program to have a wonderful graduation at U of M Western. And we also graduated them here at BCC College too. We teamed up this year with OPI to bring the Homegrown Your Own project to our high school students. So we have 27 students that joined our program, and they are doing dual enrollment, our dual credit and dual enrollment. And so they received their credits from high school by taking our BCC college classes. And we offered 3 classes at the high school, and they are able to take classes right at their high school and their BCC classes. So that actually has been a good experience. It's been a challenge, but it's been working out. I did recruit out of the 27 students, 17 of them are actually going to continue the program. And our goal is with OPI is if we start them at juniors and they continue to build their program in teaching, in elementary ed, and just kind of getting our Gen Cores out of the way. I offered quite a few Gen Cores, and they will have a AA or at least a 1-year completion when they graduate their high school year. So we're still working into creating and developing that program with OPI. They gave us a little bit of funding for that. The other early childhood, we have our partnership with Stone Child. There's 4 of our college and Blackfeet Head Starts along with other Head Starts. So the students can get an AS in early childhood and work at our Blackfeet Head Start, or continue to work with U of M Western again with their AA or with their BS in early childhood also. Right now we have close to 200 students that have came through our education department and have continued to go off to college for a 4-year degree, and or I guess not go off to college, but actually enroll in a 4-year degree. So with that being said, just a little bit about our program. We started our 2+2 with U of M Western in 2016. Our first graduates, we had, it was very, our challenges right now is this is our 3rd grant that we wrote with our U of M Western, and we write 32, and right now we have over 40 students wanting in our program, and we're trying to work out a way to help all 40 of them continue in our program. Other than that, I just want to thank Dr. Bird for supporting our 2+2 program, supporting our OPI, homegrown our own at the high school program. She's the one that more or less, got that a go to go up there and start recruiting high school students. And our early childhood, we just have to give thanks to the partnership with, this is the first time that all 4 I guess colleges came together through their Head Starts to form a cohort of students. So we have about 40 students in that program, 70 students in our 2 grants in our 2+2, and we have close to 30 some students coming into our early childhood program, and about 40 students coming into our elementary program. With that being said, if you have any questions, I'll just kind of, I just want to, I show this picture because the 3 in the background, those are our students that graduated, and they stopped by to show their students their building that they went to school here at BCC to get their teaching degree. So they're all Montana teachers, certified Montana teachers at our elementary school.
Wonderful, Dee. That is just amazing. And that's the positivity with meetings and gatherings like this, is it shares the success of connections and partnerships and the value of tribal colleges.
Yes,
I don't think that's amazing.
I just don't think that students would have went on to get their 4-year degree if we wouldn't have been able to offer the classes here. And according to Superintendent Gardapi, it has made a difference in their school district of keeping our students local and then being able to get picked up as Montana teachers.
Absolutely. Wonderful presentation. Thank you, Dee, for so much and everything that you do. I know you're a busy, lazy lady. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ellie.
Yes. All right, so we're going to hop over to the Math and Science Division. So I'd like to introduce Betty Henderson Matthews. Welcome, Betty.
Hi, I'd like to thank everybody for allowing me this time to talk about our Math and Science Division. We have quite a large division. There's 9 of us on our team, and we enroll probably over 1/3 of all the students at BCC in our programs. Our programs range from everything from health science, environmental science, pre-engineering, hydrology, and we do have one certificate, which is in hydrology assistant, technician assistant. So we do offer a broad range of programs that our students take advantage of. And we also have some highlighted areas that we do. We have agreements with MSU Bozeman. We also have some with SKC so that our students can continue on after they decide to graduate from BCC and move on. We also have areas of research. We are the home to the Embry grant, and we also assist in the NARCH grant. We have student interns who do research in health science fields. And we were able to develop a program in which we did a lot of research looking at stress and cortisol levels. Our students were engaged from the very beginning. They developed the research. And we also were able to publish in peer-reviewed journals. And we are currently having an article come out in the research journal for tribal colleges. So we've been very active, and we are just currently kind of redeveloping the program. So we are now in the works of recruiting about 8 to 10 students to start prepping them to do health science research at our campus. And it's really interesting because usually you don't get to publish or do this type of research until you're in graduate school. So we're really able to start them very, very young and in their academic career, and hopefully move them right through to create these new researchers who can develop a lot of things for our people to help with health disparities. We are a large division, and so we do have our different faculty members who teach in different areas, as well as being part of the Common Core, which is our math and science division. We also offer all of the prerequisites for the nursing program. So students who are wanting to start out in nursing start with us, and we guide them through the process of completing all of their prerequisite work and getting through the application to the nursing program. We've also been very successful at obtaining different grants, which have allowed us to have a lot of partnerships with a lot of different institutions. And currently we are working on one in environmental science with all of the TCUs across the state of Montana to start doing research in environmental science and working with like water quality with the state of Montana also. So we've got a lot of possibilities and a lot of different avenues. If students are interested in any of the science fields or the math, the pre-engineering, things like that, I hope they feel free to come over anytime and visit our facilities. We have state-of-the-art equipment, and you know, like I said, we work very closely with people from different universities who also come and offer trainings and workshops in the summer with different areas of expertise. So the students that leave here who are Embry interns or NARCH interns can go on to MSU Bozeman and continue to do their research down there. So we've got a lot of opportunities, and I'd like to thank the BCC team for always supporting all the students. It's really a great place to be.
Thank you so much, Betty. We appreciate it. There's always just great news coming out of the math and science building. And Betty is just one of those types of people you just learn so much from. So I really appreciate your wisdom and your knowledge and everything you do here. Thank you so much. So much. All right. I'd like to welcome Angela Johnson, our Human Services Division Chair. Welcome, Angela.
Thank you, Allie. Okay, my name is Angela Johnson. I'm the Human Services Division Chair. So we have 4 AS degrees in our department, 4 AA, sorry. 1 AS degree and 2 one-year certificates. Our one-year certificates programs are designed as a 1+1 with our 2-year programs. And then we have some 2-year partnerships, some articulation agreements to make those 2+2 transfer partnerships. So the AA degrees are addiction studies. The addiction studies program, we're aligned with the Montana Licensing Board of Behavioral Health to get individuals with our degree to get them licensed as licensed addiction counselors. Our behavioral health degree is designed a little bit as a build your own But really what we mean is we can look at your transfer goals and your employment goals, and we can customize your program experience there. We have a psychology degree and a social work degree. Our social work program, we have a 2+2 agreement with the University of Montana, and our students apply for the distance education program so they can stay at home. And then we provide support on our campus to those students. And, you know, just kind of like the other programs where we built partnerships with our community for field experience, and then with other universities and transfer colleges. And let me see, I know we just have a few minutes, so if anybody has any more questions about our program, or any one of our programs, you know, I'll put my contact information in the chat box.
Thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate that. Social work and that program is very valuable, and a lot of our community members are really taking advantage of that. All right, without further ado, and last but not least, our newest member to join our team here at BCC, we have a new Cunning Studies Division Chair. So I'd like to introduce John Gillum. So welcome, John.
Well, hello and good afternoon to everybody. So I'll just talk for a few moments about Cunning Studies, and I know we're kind of pressed for time, so I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. So Cunning Studies is probably the most unique program. Probably the most unique program at Blackfeet Community College, and probably to my way of thinking, the most unique program that you could take anywhere, because it's a real look into who we are as a people, and into our unique language and into our unique culture. And we offer one degree. So we offer three focuses of study. We offer one degree, an Associate of Arts degree in Cunning Studies, and we offer a minor in Cunning Language and History. We also offer a one-year certificate in Cunning Studies. The one-year certificate, the goal of that is to prepare students for Class 7 licensing. And Cunning Studies Associate of Arts degree, the goal of that is to prepare students for a 4-year transfer to a 4-year institution, where they can pursue you know, things like education, history, Native American studies. And what I tell people is if you're passionate about learning about an Indigenous culture, if you're passionate about learning about Piikani and about Blackfeet, that you should take this. And I can take it back to when I was in college, and I was originally an English major and was interested in creative writing. Somewhere along the line, I had transferred to forestry because I started to wonder about what I would do with my future in terms of work. And then so it's come back around to where I spent 22 years thereabout working in forestry and fire, and to coming back around to what I'm passionate about. So what I would encourage people is to pursue what you're passionate about. And if your passion is to learn about Blackfeet history, Blackfeet culture, Blackfeet language, and basically who we are in a historical sense, and who we are when we're speaking in terms of our contemporary day and age, I would encourage people to take this degree track. And it's something that you can't find anywhere else. What I would say is we've worked hard since the 90s here on the Blackfeet Reservation and within the Blackfeet Nation at preserving our language and getting it to the point where we can ensure that our language survives. And we've made great strides in that. We've done so without really talking about the culture and about ceremonies in our societies. And to me, you can't separate one from the other. So language being basically the operating system for the brain, that really does work to shape our lens and our cultural lens, our lens through which we interpret the world. And so it's unique in terms of the Blackfeet language, but we can't forget that our ceremonies and our societies and our overall culture and our way of life, our way of seeing the world, that's the philosophy behind the language. So you really can't separate one from the other. And we've, I think we're getting to the point where we realize that. And so we're doing things like, you know, and I really thank the administration here, Dr. Carla Bird and Provost Carol Murray, for bringing it before the board to have language courses, beginning language, intermediate language, and advanced language, and Cunning language. Those courses will be offered for free, and they really facilitated that. And I think it's a real benefit to anyone attending here and anyone who's interested in the language. But more importantly, it's another piece to preserving our language and ensure that our language survives, which is so important. And then things through like some things are going on that are very exciting here at Blackfeet Community College, like we have a grant, and the goal of that grant is called the NARCH grant, and the goal is to build research capacity in social and behavioral sciences, and also to, you know, with the themes of culture as medicine, and with a focus on Indigenous research and health. So we hope to build those things here in the near future. And so there's some really exciting things basically right in the near future here at Blackfeet Community College. So anyone who's passionate about history, about language, about education, and about Native American studies, I would encourage them to take, and more important than any of that is an interest in the Blackfeet people and Blackfeet language and Blackfeet culture. I would really encourage people to register, apply, register, and attend courses in Cunning Studies at Blackfeet Community College. Are there any questions? I went pretty fast, I think.
You did so wonderful. Thank you so much, John. You're a great asset to BCC. I just want to thank everyone for being here, the entire Blackfeet Community College, for all stepping up and coming together today. I enjoyed it. It's always wonderful to hear about the great news. We're a big college, but also a small college, so it's really great to catch up and hear of all of our connections out there in the community. So again, all of our contact is in the email, is in the chat box. Please reach out if you have any questions. I really appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy all the other sessions. They're going to be just as wonderful as BCC's. And thank you so much for everything you guys do out there in the communities.
Allie, thank you so much. As always, you do a phenomenal job bringing your whole team together, and I'm sorry we ran out of time, but thank you to all of you. Really, the passion for Blackfeet Community College and the work you do to help students really shines through, and just so proud of the good work you guys do and feel lucky to team with you. So thank you to all. If you have a chance to unmute and can share in a round of applause for the Blackfeet Community College team, I would love for you to celebrate with me. I'm really grateful for all the good work you do. Thank you. With